Assalamualaikum again, and very good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
All right. Okay. So I hope that all of you are feeling okay today. It's fasting, right? And it's early in the morning, but anyway, we still have to make our best efforts to at least to share some few things, few thoughts, and especially on the public speaking class. It's a public speaking, but I I don't think we could we're gonna manage to do some public speaking exercises. So basically, we're gonna discuss on some theoretical things and sharing some experiences if it is possible. I believe that there must be some of you who are having like an experience of doing public speaking anywhere or anytime. Okay, right. So, well, as far as our today's topic, I think some of you might get some time to check our today's topic. What's our today's topic, class?
Gestures and movements in public speaking.
Right. So it's well, actually, it's most of our topics could be considered as a general topics on public speaking, and the theory is not really sophisticated. It's considered to be like simple and somehow rather it's like a common knowledge on how to deliver speech or public speaking, right? So including the gestures and movements. Well, before going into that topics, uh, uh, we might want to again try to make ourselves agree on some basic concepts of what we mean by the public speaking. You know, like public speaking. You know, like speaking is. I don't know if you all of you would agree with me that public speaking is a part of the communications with other people. You know, it's a two ways of communication, right? So in between we as a speakers and those are listeners or the audience. So it's like a communications. Do you think that way, class?
Yes, sir. Of course.
And any other idea, or perhaps it's like you wanna think that it is like a one way of communication?
Still, sir, it's like the same like Farhan thought, communication.
Yeah, it's a communication. It's either you are communicating your ideas, your feelings, your experiences, your knowledge, anything. You know, you wanna other people to understand. You wanna other people to get what you mean. You know, so basically it's just like talking with your friends. You know, in a casual way. It's just uh, but it's just a different form, right? Because in a casual or informal kinds of conversation with your friends, you know, you can always talk and you can always interfere. You can always, it's like a casual. But in a public speaking, it's like taking turns. You know, it's like when the speakers are speaking, so we as the audience are supposed to listen, right? I mean, uh, 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 when if it is like in class, of course, students can always raise questions during the teachers or lecturers uh, present presentations, right? But in the public speaking, of course, the public speaker or the speaker are going to take some time to speak and to I mean to deliver his points, and we as the listeners or audience are supposed to listen. Now, and that is the most challenges, you know, in public speaking, because you are like you are like on your own when you're speaking, when you are speakers, you are like on your own, because you are speaking like from the beginning until, let's say, like 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes of time. You are speaking and talking, but you are expecting that people who are listening are gonna uh, and are gonna get your points, and somehow or other they are communicating but their communication rather, how to understand your main points. So that's one of the challenges of public speaking. Yeah, did you get my point, class? So how to maintain audience engagement with you during your speech? It's like, like, let's say not even like an hour or 30 minutes, even like 10 or 15 minutes. uh, for some beginner speakers, I mean, those who are still beginner in public speaking, 15 minutes, it's like, it could be, like, it maybe you feel it like an hour. You know what I mean, class?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is
sir.
hard for the.
I can
Uh,
feel it.
Exactly. If you are talking with your friends in casual kinds of conversations, it's okay, because if you don't have anything to say, just keep silent, and others will talk and take turns, right? But in public speaking, you don't expect that. You have like a certain time to speak, like 15 minutes. That's your time to speak. You don't expect other people to like take your turn and speak. Usually that's how the public speaking would carry on, would go on. You are, as a speaker, you are supposed to speak, and you take your time. So one of the most challenging part of in public speaking is how to maintain the audience to keep on paying attention to your to your speaking or to your speech, right? So in some or rather, you need to kind of be attractive, or at least how to make an audience, at least they are paying attention to your speech, right? So how do you think one of the simple ways that you see is a common ways the public speakers would do in order to maintain the connection between the speaker and the audience? Do you think what are some expressions or some things that commonly public speaker would do? Do you have any did you notice anything on that?
I think it's facial expression. It can help more to the speaker and listener.
Yeah, facial expressions. Okay, right, all right.
When uh, when the speaker talks specifically things or points like, yeah, well, yeah, for example,
Yeah.
yes, maybe. So
Exactly.
in order to the audience not to get bored, right?
Exactly. And yeah, I think that's part of the gestures. The facial expression is part of the gestures. Yeah, moving your hands, moving your face, your eyes, your almost all of parts of your body. So okay, so it's what about your expressions? Did you notice that very often the speakers would say like ladies and gentlemen? Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's
Or
very
if you
often.
if you are speaking in front of your peers, your friends, your classmates, you might want to say brothers and sisters or friends. Okay, so after, let's say, after speaking like a minute, and then you say brothers and sisters, or ladies and gentlemen. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
And then
sometimes.
after that, after some more time, again you say brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. So this is uh, this also this kind of expressions, like calling the audience, ladies and gentlemen, uh, uh, friends, okay, my dear friends, my dear colleagues, or what else, yeah, brothers and sisters, if you are speaking in front of your friends, okay. So all these kinds of like calling like calling the audience is also part of the efforts to get to get connected with, always get connected with the audience, so you are not feeling alone. And class, I don't know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, meeting in like virtual meeting, like in Zoom or Gmeet or any other platform or media, you know. I think to keep on getting connected with the audience in virtual meetings like Zoom, it's getting more challenging, you know. It's getting more challenging because did you get my point, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I got your point.
I don't know with some other lecturers, but for me it's like it's a bit a challenging part for me, how to get always connected with all of you during the Zoom meetings, you know. And especially when it comes to speaking classes, you know, like public speaking or communications skills classes, you know, it's all about speaking, and it's it's even getting more challenging. Yeah. Uh, do you have any suggestions or any ideas on how to uh, to make sure that you are always getting in touch with the audience in virtual meetings like Zoom?
In terms of what, sir? I mean, when the teacher speak or like anything maybe?
All right.
Like,
Let
I mean, uh, first of all, uh, I think everyone will not always be stay on their focus. Like,
exactly
sometimes they will
go
like
somewhere perhaps, you know,
yes,
or
go
do something
somewhere or
else.
do
Yeah,
something else in the
exactly.
Zoom room. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, sometimes I will just go like drink water or something, like doing something
Exactly,
else.
exactly. Well, it's quite because this is like
Mm,
an virtual meetings, you know.
yeah,
We can, yeah, yeah,
uh, but in terms of when if the teacher wants to maintain their student focus, I mean, in terms of communication, I think it is hard, but in terms of what is saying their material, or what is it called,
uh,
um
transferring the
yeah,
knowledge, the information.
yeah, they can make like a good PowerPoints or just make something, I think,
Exactly
like
right. Okay.
mm,
Yeah, it should be that's it needs more kind of
more effort.
skills, yeah,
Yes.
skills and how to design your slides and everything, you know, which are not many of us are really into that, you know. Like me myself, it seems to me like I have to spend like most of my time if I would like to create a good and better slide. So basically, my slide is just very, it's very simple, and I think, well, yeah. So basically, that's the point of the public speaking, right? So uh, I think the best forum or the best media to really see that we are progressing in public speaking is, of course, in the real situation, in the actual situation where you are speaking in front of your, I mean, in front of the class or in front of other people or other of your friends or classmates, right? So this is what I think one of the best, of course, is one of the best time for all of us to really see that we are progressing as far as public speaking is concerned, you know, because we've got many things to do. Like today's topic is on movements, you know. Well, you can always try to check our my very simple slides on that. So basically, like a movement. So all these kinds of movements and gestures is, of course, as I think some of you, one of you have already told us before, that is one of the ways, you know, one of the ways to attract, you know, to attract the audience, and also to make your messages or points, you know, sound stronger and clearer to the audience understanding, you know, and also it's like appealing, you know, like attractive, so that they are more trying to listen and to watch you or to understand your main points. Okay, and yes, movements. What do you think of the movements? By movements here, meaning that you know, like when you are doing the public speaking, you have like a certain space. You know, sometimes you are given some wider space for you to, you know, to move around. So, but by movement here is basically you are not standing still just like that, you know. You are stuck in one particular spot or point, and you don't move anywhere. So that's by movement. So do you think when do you think it's possible for us and it's good for us to use our space and do the moving around while doing the public speaking?
Like when you want to guide the what is this, the audience focus, like if you went to other, I mean, like if you are in front of class, like waving your hands to other blackboard, I mean, something like that.
Yeah, that's waving your hands is part of the gestures, you know.
Mm.
Well, by moving here is moving. You are walking around. Yeah. Well, not all occasions are given for you to do that. You know. Well, it could be. Sometimes you might want to be given like a space to move around. Okay. If you can do that, that would be great. But uh, you know, like when you're giving a public speaking, one of the early challenges is how to handle your stage fright. Are you familiar with the word stage fright?
No.
Like stage fright is like fear, you know. Stage fear when you are about to go on stage and you feel like, oh my god, this is my turn to speak, you know that, you know, like being what is another word of
Nervous.
being nervous and all that. Okay, and maybe you know, like using your space available could be one of the could be one of the ways to avoid or to handle this stage fear or stage fright. Try to be relaxed with yourself, okay, before starting your speech, right? Okay, and well, gestures and well, as far as gestures are concerned, uh, what do you think other use or function of gestures? Do you have anything else to share?
Sometimes gestures is needed because you have to show some materials that you want to share on public by from the materials that connected on what you are talking about in front of public speaking.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, well, I think in the previous sessions, I think you are I think you have some points related to how you would deliver your speech, you know, like let's say, for example, it's like a strategies or what else, some strategies that you can use to let your presentations clearer and also engaging the audience. yeah, that's gestures, and also like say for example, like put some kinds of unique ways, you know. Maybe you would tell story, or you know, by telling story, meaning you need to really put yourself into telling the story and really feeling it, and try to I mean to put yourself into telling the stories, that so that the listeners or the audience over there can enjoy your story. And maybe you want to start with the your experiences, perhaps, you know, your personal experiences, or you might want to put like a small actions, you know, like just to grab the audience attentions, or the listeners or the audience attention. And yeah, and by the way, you know, I think basically all of you are quite familiar with actually with public speaking, because when you are doing the presentations, you know, like when you are doing your class assignments, you are doing a presentation. So actually it's also doing a public speaking, because you are doing a presentation in front of your classmates, right? Now in the previous session, you are learning you were learning that you can use the tools like PowerPoint slides or audio files, you know, what else, something that can support you to deliver your messages, your main points. Okay, right. But things like PowerPoint slides or audio files and everything, uh, those are just you call this one is a visual aids, you know, something that can help you to deliver your speech. But at the end, the the thing that really speaking or talking is you as a presenters, as a speakers, you know, all of us as a speakers are the one who are actually delivering or talking or speaking to the audience. Do you agree with me on that, class?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Yeah, and basically, you know, it's a public speaking of presentations. So presenters, the public speakers, are the one who are doing the talking. I mean, that's a PowerPoint slides are all just the additional or supporting tools to make yourself become more comfortable and perhaps more effective or more simple, more let's say more engaging, maybe, you know, because you are having all these pictures and everything, you know. But and at the end, it is you who are speaking. And in other words, class, I really want you to notice this, to realize this, that when you are doing a presentations, when you are having a very good PowerPoint slides, you know, very attractive, and the design is so sophisticated and so colorful, very nice, everything, you know, at the end, it's just all the PowerPoint slides. Did you get my point?
Yeah, I
Yes,
get you.
sir.
It won't say everything, you know, because those are the PowerPoint slides. They're not gonna say much thing, but if you don't be really speaking, you know what I mean. And I think it's good to all of you and to all of us here to realize that when you are doing a presentations, you are actually doing the public speaking. Public speaking, you speak. You can we can always refer to our notes, which can be our PowerPoint slides. It's like our notes, like PowerPoint slides and everything is like our notes. You can always refer to that, but make sure it is not the PowerPoint slides who is talking, who is doing the presentations. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, you when you are doing a presentations, you've got like almost everything written on your slides. You know what I mean? So what you do, you may just face the PowerPoint slides. If it is in the real presentation, you face the PowerPoint slides, you you forget your audience, and you just keep on reading the points. You know, okay, today I'm gonna present something on this one and this one, and then you you look at your PowerPoint slides and you read every single words on your slides. So it's not gonna be a public speaking. It's like a it's a public reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you're reading in public.
Exactly. Well, of course, it's a process. Everything is you need some. We need all of us needs a gradual process on learning how to do a very good presentation, because actually the best presentation with all these slides, you may just put some main points, you know, on your slides, and the rest is you are doing the talking. You might want to put some pictures, okay, and then you are the one who is elaborating, you know, elaborating what you mean by the pictures. You are do the talking, still you are uh, keep maintaining your connection with the audience. And again, you know, saying like ladies and gentlemen, right? So all saying all these kinds of things, brothers and sisters, or my dear friends or colleagues. So saying all this, you know, you are making sure uh, that you are keeping in touch with the audience. And also maybe if you wanna move somewhere, you know, just to make sure that everyone is feeling that you are with them, you know, so not to keep still on one particular place and that's it. You are spending the whole of your time speaking on that particular place. But if you're given the like certain places, what do you call this one, like a podium, like a is it a podium, or what are you calling that? It's a special place for
Yes,
you
sir.
to,
It's like podium.
yeah, if you're given that place, maybe you want to spend most of your time on that particular spot, but it's always free for you to go around if the speaker or the mic is with you, so you can always bring it along with you and try to deliver your uh, well, I actually as just did anyone have of you have like an experience of doing literally public speaking?
No, I have not.
Anyone here? Maybe during your this is your 6 semesters, right? So during your 3 years in our department, did you have any activities? Did you have any time of doing public speaking? Did
I
we have
mean,
any?
like presenting our PowerPoint, like some is that count?
Yeah, it could be.
I have then.
Well, other than in the classroom.
No,
Oh, it's a classroom, huh? For classroom, I think all of you has that experience. Maybe in other events like outside the classroom activities. And any one of you has been into the like speech contest or speech competition? That will be a very good experience to share. No one here? How many of you know? Oh, you are 25 right now. Anyone? Anyone of you here had some kinds of experience of doing public speaking?
I think everyone's still sleepy.
It's early morning class. It's a very early morning class, and also we are fasting. Okay. Anyway, so yes, that would be great if any one of you has a real experience of doing the public speaking. You know how would you feel, you know, when you are delivering a speech? Yes, but so I think the thing that you need to really pay attention is, yes, this is public speaking is part of the communication. So you are communicating with the audience. You are not speaking to your own, to yourself. You are speaking to the audience. So somehow or other, you need to keep on being connected. You know, let uh, let your speech engaging. Let the audience engaged into your speech. You know, it's like there is connection there. Anyway, I think that will be good for all of us if we can watch one of the I think they one of the interesting public speaker, you know, and let's see how we can relate his speech, his way of public speaking to our today's topic on gestures and movement. So again, by movement here, meaning is you are going around, you are not standing on one particular spot. You are going to the right, going to the left, or maybe you want to go into the audience, you know, like the teachers or lecturers do during the classroom activities. Lecturers might go to each and every one of you, checking your writing, perhaps, you know, checking your exercises, you know, like it's going around. So this is what I mean by movements. By gestures, of course, all of you are supposed to be familiar with that. So gestures is the movement of your parts of your body, you know, hands, eyes, whatever. Maybe shoulders, or almost every part of your body can move in order to support your points, your messages, or anything to make your speech become more attractive and engaging to the audience. Okay, right, class. So I'll spend like some minutes to play a video recording. A video, I mean, a video from YouTube. You can always watch it in YouTube. I'm really interested with this, you know. Hopefully I can play it. I hope that my connection is good enough. Oh, I cannot optimize for a video clip. I cannot click on that. What's going on? Is it because I'm not the
Host.
co-host? I think I am a co-host, but I cannot click on that. So let's see if you can watch the video. Okay. I don't know. Let me check. So are you watching the video, class?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
there.
How about the sound? Is it okay?
The sound is
Okay.
clear.
Oh, I
But more,
see.
but bit laggy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
That's because
video
of
is
the
lagging.
that's because of the connection. Okay. Okay. Let me try to.
I see something. I see something. Dhanajaya Hedirachi.
This is one of the winners, you know, the first winner of one of the international speech competitions. You know.
You and I are not very different from this flower. Just like this flower is unique. You are unique. All of us has something special that makes us as beautiful. Do you know what makes you special? Now the answer to that can be a little difficult to find. Because sometimes life has a cruel way of picking out your petals, breaking you in two, and throwing you into the trash. And when you're broken, it's very difficult to feel special. Mr. Contest Chair, my fellow flowers, I can remember the first time I broke. I was 17 years old. I had already flunked high school and managed to get...
Okay. So from here, well, of course, you can feel that the speaker is very professional, right? I mean, he's fully confident, and the way he walks and everything, like he really enjoys. Did you see that, class? He really enjoys his
Yes,
time
sir.
speaking, and also he's not really like, I want to say something in my mind, I want to burst it into the audience. I mean, it's just it's like it's just like feeling okay, comfortable, enjoy the moment, not really like want to say many things, and want to share with all the audience my great what do you call, experiences, things like that, and if you start here at the beginning.
You are unique.
I see something.
You and I are not very different from this flower.
uh what do you think? What is he doing to start his speech? Is it a common way to start this kind of speech?
No,
Yeah,
sir.
no.
It's
No.
it's a unique, and I don't know, it's a, yeah, it's a unique, and it's what is he doing actually to start the speech?
I think at the first, when he's doing a speech, he's giving us a quotes of life by he's holding the rose and
Exactly, yeah.
motivate the people in there.
Exactly. So it's like doing the an analogy, of life, which is so difficult to explain, but he makes that become simple to understand by doing, like, if you understand a metaphor. Do you understand what metaphor? Metaphor is like an analogy, life is just like your life is just like this flower, this rose. You are beautiful. All of you are great. I think he's saying that all of you audience are great. You are special, just like this. You are special. You are beautiful. You are great, just like this flower. Is that? And instead of saying like these common expressions, or so he's using like an analogy, a sample of the whole life into a small flower, like rose, which is attractive, special, but very often when it comes to the real life, it's not as happy and what do you call, nice as we would expect. Did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we
and,
get
and
it.
let's see after that.
Just like this flower is unique, you are unique. All of us has something special that makes us as beautiful.
Do you see the eye contact? Because he is fully confident. You see, like, the eyes contact is very important class when it comes to public speaking. Your eye contact with the audience, and your gestures, the hands, like freely open. You are not really like like somebody who is like being nervous, and also afraid of being on the stage. But he's like like open. His hands like very open, and he really enjoy his time holding the flower and everything, and see the eye contacts, very straight to the audience, which I think some of us might find it a little bit challenging to do that.
What makes you special? Now, the answer to that can be a little difficult to find because sometimes life has a cruel way of breaking you in two and throwing you in the trash. And when you're broken, it's very difficult to feel special.
Right. So this is what do you see from this simple analogy after that? The beautiful rose being uh, uh, destroyed, one by one, peeled one by one, until you feeling like you are nobody. You are now I'm not good at public speaking. I cannot do that. What is he saying? right? I'm not good. I'm not special. I'm just like, I'm not really good at public speaking, not speaking English. You know that, class? Yeah, did you see the same way on that? How she describes the situation of our feeling like hopelessness, Did you get it, class?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you think this it is interesting to us as a audience out there?
Yeah,
Of course,
that's
sir.
interest for me.
Oh, it's very nice, interesting. Okay. Oh, right. So I have another one, which is have a different a different way of starting the. You can carry on watching this one later on your own. I'm going to share the video, and I think I have already shared the link on the previous sessions, but I'm going to share the video after this, maybe in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so let me share another one over here. Very interesting. I like it very much. This one is very special. I haven't opened it yet. Oh, this one. Okay. Yes.
Hamid Qatani, The Power of Words.
The speaker's name, Muhammad Qahtani. The Toastmaster International is on. It's the like a contest, speech contest. Okay, Toastmaster International. So and the title is The Power of Words. How words are very powerful to change somebody's mind, to inspire, or either to destroy somebody's with our words. So words are powerful. That's the topic. So let's see how he started his speech. Very interesting. So can you watch the video? Is it working?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Right.
Oh,
Okay.
lagging a bit.
Power of Words, Mohammed Qatani.
What? All you all think smoking kills? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes are 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I pulled a Snicker bar, nobody will say anything. Do you know that the leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA. You could smoke for years and nothing will ever happen to you. This whole war against smoking is just to restrict the farming of tobacco. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I use these arguments, even though I just made them up.
Okay. So what do you think of the way he start the speech? How he would grab the audience attention?
Making jokes.
Making a jokes. Okay. Right. Making jokes is quite common, but this time, how did he do? Like, can you expect somebody will start his speech by kind of like acting he wanna smoke?
Yes, sir. No, it's
It's
kinda
not.
unique.
It's just like unexpected, and yeah, it's a unique, and also it's really puts everyone's eyes into him. What's the guy is going to do? He's gonna smoke, right? You know that how he grabbed the audience attention into his action, into his speech. So grabbing audience attention is very important, and to some extent, people would say that the first, let's say, the first 1 or 2 minutes of your speech is very is a very challenging, and also is very it's like it's gonna say what's your speech is gonna be for the whole of the speech. So the early minutes are very important. If we can get the audience attention, so they will be good. So it's like feeling close to the audience, and also it's easy for you to say everything that in your mind. Okay, so it's a, it's a very unique, and also out of the box. I think it's like out of the box. It is not usual to start doing something like that. Okay.
With a group of my friends. And the results, 5 of them believed what I said. 2 of them started smoking.
So when he brought up all his arguments, so he can make he told us that he can make he can inspire at least 2 people start smoking because of his argument. You know what he means. It's like saying that words are very powerful. You can always motivate people to do anything with your words. So be careful with our words.
Mind. They can alter someone's belief. You have the power to bring someone from the slums of life or destroy someone's happiness using only your words. Does that seem a bit too good to be true? A simple choice of word can make a difference between someone accepting or denying your message. You can have a very beautiful thing to say, but say it in the wrong words and phew, it's gone. I have a son who's 4. And he had this bad habit of writing on the walls with crayons. And one evening I walked into his room and he's going at.
So he's telling a story about his son habit to write, to scratch, to write, scratch on the wall, and see how he could finally stop him to do that.
And just writing and drawing and so on. And I said, hey. Are you stupid? Don't you ever do that again. And guess what happened? He did it again. Nobody likes to be threatened. Nobody likes to be intimidated.
Is it clear enough, class? I mean, the audio and the video, is it clear enough?
Yeah, it's clear enough.
Yeah, he's telling a very funny story of his own son. You know, when he's trying to stop his habit of writing on the wall and say, "Are you stupid? Please don't do that." It's like threatening and also getting mad at him. But guess what happens next time? He does it again. He will do it again. Okay. So finally,
His pride would not allow it. He did it again just to spite me. A week later, I walked into his room and again, he's going at it. And this time, he was even looking at me just. I came down and said, sweetie, come here. Don't do that. You're a big boy now. And he never did it again.
You see, like this is how he describes the power of words. There will be another very touching story that he will be sharing us in the video. You know, it's very interesting when he tells a story of a son who is always doing good at his university, always get an A's, you know, because he want to make his father or parents proud of him. But every time he tells his father that, Dad, I'm the best in my class. I got like straight A's. All my courses are A with excellent course. But his father, because he's like very busy, and he didn't really appreciate that. And finally, the son, you know, end his life with a tragic ends of his life. You know, it's like it's a very sorry, because just because of the words, because of the lack of appreciation in his life. So he finally end his life, you know, tragically. So it's very interesting, right, class? I'm gonna share all these 2 videos. I think I really want you to watch the videos on your own and try to enjoy that. You know how great they are in doing their public speaking. Well, as I have told you from the very beginning, that of course it's gonna take some time for all of us to be like very confident and amusing, attractive, engaging public speaker. You know, it needs some more experiences, trainings, and yeah, I mean, it takes more time. So at this moment, I think what we might want to do best is just to improve our public speakings in a way which are good for your presentations when you are doing presentations, because public speaking actually, skills in public speaking actually are required for each and every one of us if, anytime you are doing a presentation, And so all the theories, all the concepts, all the knowledge in public speaking are required so that you are gonna present very well. You are speaking to your friends, to your classmates, and you make your messages clearer and become more comfortable and confidence in presenting your points, your main points of your presentations. So basically, yes, I think gestures and movements are very important. We need to somehow rather pay attention to all these, when we are doing presentations. How many courses are you taking this semester, class?
11
22.
Come again? 11?
classes. Yeah, 11, around 11.
Oh, okay. 10 to 11, huh? It's oh my God, it's so many courses. And have you started doing a presentation so far? Not yet.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So
Okay.
much, so much.
Since
Oh,
the first class.
so I'm late then. I am late to assign you the. Don't worry. Well, this is the public speaking. Actually, you need to do more practices, but well, we're gonna see that maybe after Lebaran. So you might want to spend some better time to expose yourself to public speaking practices. But in the meantime, I would really appreciate if you could uh, uh, put all the knowledge in public speaking into practice. Start from a very simple theory or very simple concepts like gestures, and also what else, movement. I think it's not really relevant because you are doing it online. Facial expressions, and also please, again and again, I'd like to remind all of you that when you are doing a presentation, it is you who are speaking. You are speaking. You are not reading every single words you put on your slides. If you can get away with that, if you can somehow rather manage this one, I think your presentation would be much getting better from the previous one. Okay, right, class. So it's 19
Sorry,
now.
I wanna
Yes,
ask. So
go.
our assignment after Eid.
Yeah, I think there will be best time, I think. So in the meantime, when we are meeting in Zoom, so we might want to discuss what we're gonna, how are we gonna do that yes, how the best way to do that so that all of you would enjoy the time of doing the public speaking, and yes, I really want you to enjoy that, and I don't want you to feel like like a rose flower who are, who are being beaten and peeled off one by one, and finally you are destroyed and say, I'm hopeless. I don't want you to be like those flowers. I really want you to be like a complete full rose, feeling that enjoying every bit of your public speaking. Well, all of us are learning, all of us are improving, so don't worry on that. So yes, as we are discussing some more topics and points in the next, let's say, 2 Zoom sessions, perhaps, okay? Because now it's like the 5th and the 6th and the 7th. So we are left with 2 more sessions, I guess, because I think the mid-semester test is going to be, after 8, after Lebaran, I think. Right? Any more any more points to raise? Any more questions? Any more things to say? Farhan, do you have anything to say? Harry?
No, I think it's enough though. for today.
Okay, it's all for today, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone else in class? Kana, Rana, Priscilla, Firli, Nada, Rafi, Lunga, Zenia, Ananda. Oh, I'm calling the name. Oh, that's all. There are only 22 of you. We are 40, like we are 40
I
with
think because of
the Ramadan.
fasting
Yeah,
and
fasting.
day.
So make sure during this Ramadan, you are not. Oh, well, you can always have some nap or some short sleeps after subuh, but not too long. But if it's possible not to do that, because if you do that after subuh prayer, you are after let's say after sahur, after sahur, and you are having like oh, I'm gonna sleep for a while. Not gonna be for a while, trust me. It's gonna be forever, right, class? So I think that's all for today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you very much. So we're gonna share some more points in the next session, maybe 1 or 2 more sessions, and we're gonna discuss on some more points, share some experiences and some other things in the class. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining the class. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Happy
Terima
fasting.
kasih,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. See you
Very
next week,
good. See you
sir.
time. See you next time.